Welcome back to part two. We're joined by James Gregg, who's going to round up not just the local football scene, but ice hockey, I think, rugby league, speedway, you name it, he's got it. Greyhound racing, not sure.
No, that this week.
That's a bit of a stretch. Golf, and also we're still joined, of course, by Miguel Llera, former Sheffield Wednesday player and under-14s coach with Wednesday, and with Ian Whitehorne, the former Sheffield FC manager, who's a very close friend and confidant of the Sheffield United manager, Chris Wilder. You were with him last night. Well, we'll come to that and the reason for it in one very outstanding local football result, which James will tell us about in a very short time. But I was meaning to ask you, Miguel, before the break, and you being a centre-back by trade, well, actually, you played in a number of different positions. How good is Sam Hutchinson, and is he the player of the season for you at Wednesday so far?
Well, Carlos is using him because he wanted this season press higher. He's really quick. The problem that he had at the beginning was plenty of injury, but now that he's shorty, he's a player and capable to be playing 2 games per week. I think that he is a massive boost for the club and for Carlos. I think that he has everything to be a centre back. He's good with the ball. He's aggressive. He reads the game really well. He's comfortable with the ball. The thing that maybe he have to measure is his tackle.
Yeah.
Because at times he gets too many yellow cards, and when he is with one yellow card, at times it's better dragging out because you are thinking from the manager point of view. You are feeling under pressure all the time with him on the pitch with one yellow card.
Yes.
And
yes.
It's something that
Is he learning a little bit there? Is he learning a little bit of... Because he's always said he won't change, and the manager says he doesn't want him to change. Now, you can understand both those views, but the referees are not going to change, are they?
I think that he's coming in his character. He's very passionate, he's very temperamental player, and then very enthusiastic, and then it's difficult to manage that situation even if you speak with him and you tell him the things.
So you try, do you?
You try, but the decision making in football happen really quick.
But that's also his strength, that he's going to win you 60-40 balls against him, isn't he? And even 30-70 at times. He's going to win you those balls, which kind of inspire teammates, get the crowd off their feet, change the mood of a match and the atmosphere. And you can't put a price on that, but it's just that fine judgment, isn't it, really?
Yeah,
it's so fine.
This is something that the Sheffield Wednesday fans demanding from the player. The character that he show, the character that he show is the fans take it from him, and it's something that Sheffield Wednesday fans, they are very passionate, and he taking him that. Because he's a player very passionate.
And do you think his best position is at centre-back rather than in midfield? It strikes me he's less likely to be booked as a centre-back, or he can judge the tackles a bit better there when the play's in front of him.
But I think that his natural position is centre-back. When he came from Chelsea on loan, he used to be centre-back. I think, don't remember, it was David Jones who started to bring him like a defensive midfield. Yeah. But his natural position when he was playing Chelsea was centre-back.
Right. So we're now seeing him in his natural position for you. And I mean, his red cards have tended to be when he's played in midfield.
Yeah, because he's more involved in the game. He's a round player, like I say, his natural position for me, I think that he's centre-back. When you play like a midfield, it's not the same to see player around him than when you see the football from the back.
Yes. You
can
judge it better.
Yeah.
Yes. Sheffield United have got a talisman at centre-back as well. He's on loan from Wolves. Now, Ethan Ebanks Landell. Now, how much do you, James, enjoy watching him?
He's great. I think he's one of those players that we've missed, and I think since Chris Morgan retired, 4 or 5 years ago now, I think we've always hankered, certainly, you know, a lot of the Blades fans always hankered after having that leader who's going to, you know, and he's not the captain or whatever, but the way he plays is like that. And then obviously it does help that he's chipped in with the odd goal here and there as well. It is, yeah, and he got 3 in 2 games. And I think that really gave everyone a lift. And, you know, he's not the complete player. He's slightly, I think if we did get in the Championship, he probably wouldn't be one of the best in the Championship because he's a little bit slow, and that's probably why Wolves aren't all that keen on recalling.
Yeah, I covered Wolves last weekend. I took some soundings behind the scenes, and there didn't seem to be any appetite at Wolves for bringing him back. So that's great for United. You know, it looks like, although he is in the last year of his contract, so whether United try and keep him permanently, I don't know. What do you think? He's a character player, though.
He's a character player, and I think he's certainly got the fans on board. Again, it's probably because he's chipped in with a few goals, but Sheffield United fans have always been hankering after that type of player. If you stick everything in,
James said,
we've had them over the years. They don't have to be the most talented. We've had them, the Bob Bookers and his like over the years have always been a cult hero of United fans because they give everything. I think in this situation, though, although he's played really well, I think Jake Wright's probably the unsung hero, the back 3 or 4, whichever one it is that we're playing at the moment. Since he came in, he's kind of held things back to with his experience. He's held things together a bit there. I
think all that back 4 at the minute at Sheffield United have all sort of chipped. They've all been very solid. You know, John Brayford was sort of touted when Chris Wilder came in. I remember speaking to Chris about John Brayford, and he was saying, yeah, you know, obviously it'd be great when he's playing. He got fit again, was a little bit off it, and obviously, you know, for one reason or another, he went to Burton on loan, and you know, Freeman has come in and he's looked very good, as has O'Connell as well. He's only young, 22. He plays like a leader as well. I think, you know, quietly, and as more games go on, there'll be a stronger unit at the back.
This is good. Have you any opinion, Miguel, on Sheffield United? Any opinion at all?
No, he talking when the back 4 is solid and you make changes. It's easier for a player than coming from the bench to joining in that good dynamic.
Right.
Yeah. It's we were talking about to make changes when the team is winning.
Yes.
Because when you are losing, the player that coming in say, wow, I have to play now.
Yeah.
It's not the same situation than when the dynamic is good. Bringing in a player in.
Yeah, I'm not sure either of these ways is right or wrong. They're just different ways of doing it, and if the outcome is successful.
They're just different ways of doing it. They've got their opinion, which is wrong, and we've got ours, which is
I think
right.
It's about the result. It's not about me. I'm wrong.
But James mentioned character players, and Ian agreed about in the case of Ebanks Landell, and you were a character player as well at Wednesday. You wore your heart on your sleeve.
Getting all modest now.
You scored some vital goals. You know, you had a knack of 10 goals. I think you scored. Yeah. Scored for Wednesday.
Well, 11 because the day that we play away against Hull, the goal that scored Rida should be mine.
Really?
Yeah, because I kicked the corner.
Yeah.
That day, the goalkeeper was the smallest strange decision that I saw in my life because the goalkeeper catches the ball in the line.
Yes.
The ball coming in.
Yes.
Yeah. And the referee gave a goal.
Right.
He didn't give me the goal.
It didn't give you the goal?
No.
And it was going in anyway? Was it going in anyway?
No,
straight from the corner?
Straight from the corner. Yeah. The goalkeeper saved it on the line.
Yes.
He didn't catch properly. Was goal.
Yes.
And the referee didn't give me the goal. Was own goal.
Send that to the dubious goals panel.
Yeah.
I talked to the referee the same when you kick a free kick. He did save it.
Yes.
I couldn't save his goal.
Yeah.
The guy that kicked the free kick is goal from him.
Is it because it's from the corner? Because corners can go straight in. I've seen them go absolutely straight in.
He's got a 10 or 11.
So you're saying my records are wrong here. It should be 11 goals.
Rip them up, Alan.
Well, I mean, but the point is 10 or 11 goals. For a centre-back, you got a lot. And maybe not the most gifted player, but... the crowd really warmed to you, didn't they?
One of the things that I learned when I came here is to spend more time in training, to do extra job after training. One manager that I had in Spain said, you go to attack in corner because you have the number 5 and you are 6'2". But I was hopeful to be fair.
Yeah.
But it was when I arrived to UK, I started to work on it after training, in heading, in finishing, and then because one of the managers, never forget that, is the actual manager of Bradford.
Yeah.
Yeah, he told me that you don't want to play, Miguel, because the player that play in your position score more goals than you.
Oh.
One day, when I was in Charlton,
Right.
he said, okay, fair enough. And then I started to work on it and try.
He's judging defenders on how many goals they score rather than how many.
Yeah, because the guy is, you already know him, with Sopji, Apo Soji, the brother, Sam Soji, the brother.
Soji, yeah.
And then he say, more or less is in the same balance, you and him.
Yeah.
But
Who was the manager of Bradford? Who was the manager of Bradford?
Yeah,
then?
Phil Parkinson.
Phil Parkinson. Yeah.
Yeah, when I had him when I was in Charlton.
Yeah.
So that was the edge then. That was right. You're both the same sort of defender, but he's going to chip in with a few more goals. So you went and worked on it, and hey presto, it obviously worked.
Yeah, I started to score every year more goals.
It made a difference to you being selected on a
obviously
more regular
it's
basis.
something that one player have to improve every day.
Yeah.
And then it's something that why not? I can score the same more goals. I will try. I will work on it every day.
It's training. You were with Jose Semedo, weren't you, at Charlton?
Yeah,
You
I
played
met
at the same
him
time,
there.
You met him there.
Yeah.
And he thought a lot of Phil Parkinson, who's doing very well at Bolton, good manager. So that was interesting. That put you on the road to more games. Blackpool from there and Sheffield Wednesday as well. We'll come back to both these guys, talk later now, but there's lots more to go.
There is, yeah. Well, we'll talk about Wednesday first. Wednesday, that obviously bad defeat to Derby last week, sucker punched by that decision, that refereeing decision. Should have had a penalty. They didn't. They lost 2-0. Playing against Mick McCarthy's Ipswich at Hillsborough on Saturday, 3 p.m. kickoff, and on Sunday the Blades are in FA Cup action. That's at 2 p.m. Hopefully, I've done one or two of you a favour there because my mum, I think she thought it was on Saturday until I mentioned it was on Sunday. Blades, of course, 11 unbeaten now in the Cup. Probably gives them a little bit of respite. And whilst we're on that, actually, Sheffield United pair, Louis Reed and Harry Chapman, Rotherham United's Izzy Brown and Dale Fry, and Barnsley's on loan forward Adam Armstrong. They're off to South Korea after receiving call-ups to the England Under-20 setup and taking part in the Continental Cup, which is a 3-match round-robin tournament. So well done to them. Gives you something to look out for over the next couple of weeks. Avid followers of non-league, and I know we've sort of got one in the studio with Ian here a little bit, will know that Hallam FC are unbeaten in 12 games, scoring a total of 48 goals in the process. And last night...
That's 4 a game.
Yeah.
I've just worked that out. That's exactly 4 a game.
Yeah, ridiculous.
Who's the manager, by the way?
Well, we won't mention him. Well,
No.
It's Ryan Hindley.
Any idea? Have you any idea who the manager of Hallam FC is? Miguel?
No.
You don't know?
You don't know
who the manager... Have you any idea?
No.
None what's... He's going to be watching.
He is. He's going to be crestfallen.
He is.
Crestfallen.
Go on, man.
He's Ryan Hindley. He's managed to get Sandygate rocking.
My phone's ringing.
Is that him now? You do know I am. I mean, fantastic. Words obviously spread because not only have they gone on this remarkable run, they won 10-0 last night at Sandygate in the League Cup.
That's massive, by the way. That's massive.
Yeah, massive from the massive manager, Ryan Hindley. They've got the highest attendance in that league, and they've got 7 home games after this Saturday. They're away this week, but they've got 7 home games in a row throughout November. So if you're feeling like you're missing out a little bit on some of all these goals that are going in and these great results that they're having, the 3rd in the league, 7 home games in a row in November. Get yourself up to Sandygate.
I'm going to one of them. I'm going to one of them, definitely.
Definitely.
Got to.
Ryan also, for my sins, I'll mention this. Big congratulations to him. He won Manager of the Month for last month, October. And Curtis Woodhouse, who was in this studio a couple of weeks, 2 or 3 weeks ago, he won Manager of the Month for the Premier Division in the Northern Counties East.
Congratulations, both. Sincere congratulations. You were there the other night, weren't you?
So
yeah.
And it was 10, wasn't it?
It was 10.
Did you lose count?
No. It was certainly entertaining. We might have to have a chip in for Ryan's phone bill because you have to vote via text or Twitter for the Manager of the Month.
You did.
And I think he spent about 300 quid for his own money. But he had won it, and it's you'll see that as well worth it. But they were outstanding last night. They were really outstanding. They blew them away. Winterton aren't a bad side in that league. I think they're definitely top half, maybe even higher.
Yeah.
6th or 7th, something like that. Anyway, they were, I think they were 5-0 up after 15 minutes.
My word.
They literally blew them away.
And you were there in esteemed company as well, weren't you, Ian?
Chris Waddle was there, braving the cold, and Chris Wilder, he came along with us as well.
Chris
Pretty
Wilder
cool.
as well.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. You all got entertainment. I wish I'd have gone. I was
Not even for
I'm not even
scouting
sure.
purposes, but it'll be
Just to watch.
It'll be purely for, you know, just for enjoyment as well, because they're both football nuts, aren't they?
Oh yeah, it was just enjoyment, just get out of the house as a game on. So Ryan's a good friend of ours.
Well, it beat what was on TV, because I've forgotten already what it was, so it wasn't very memorable. So 7 opportunities in November.
We left just at full time, so we didn't have to endure this post-match.
It's post-match, glory.
Yeah.
Love it. We'll move on to Sheffield FC. They're doing all right too, by the way. They won 3-1 on Tuesday night against Carlton. They travelled to Market Drayton at the weekend. Whilst the ladies' team, they've had a great second half to the season. Their season finishes at Yeovil Town on Sunday. Yeovil Town have already been promoted to Women's Super League 1, so it's a good sort of test to measure their progress for next season, where I'm sure they'll be absolutely fine. And certainly be looking to get promoted themselves next season. Sheffield Tigers in Rugby Union, they've played some top teams in National 2 since being promoted last season. Hopefully they can get a win under their belts against Caldy this weekend at Dormoor. So if you fancy wrapping up warm, it'll be a good place to go and watch some Rugby Union. And in the division below, Sheffield Rugby Club take on Sandbach at Abbeydale, looking to get back to winning ways after a loss last weekend and a promotion push of their own, no less. Sheffield Sharks have a break now after beating London Lions last week. Next game will be in 10 days' time against either Glasgow or Leeds in the Cup. Sheffield Steelers are also back in action. A Scottish double header for them this weekend. They go north of the border to play against Edinburgh on Saturday and Dundee on Sunday in the league, both away from home, thankfully. No Scotland and then back down. That'd be a bit of a nightmare, because that's sometimes what they have to do in English Ice Hockey League. And Danny Willett is trying to search for his golf game that I think was last seen in Augusta, Georgia in April. His return to form, a 2-under par opening round in the Turkish Open, bodes well for the next 3 days.
Excellent. Thanks very much indeed, James. The games at the weekend, home to Ipswich, that has got a look of a very tight game against the Mick McCarthy team to me. There might only be 1 goal in that game, Miguel. What do you reckon?
I think that always when Sheffield Wednesday play against Ipswich, against the McCarthy teams, they play very direct. And it used to be game with a lot of goals, because it's something that I think that the Sheffield Wednesday, they are not comfortable, is when play teams and play against them very direct football. I think that is a good test for Sheffield Wednesday. But they are confident at home. They are getting good results. Finger crossed, then we can get the 3 points.
I can't see it being a classic somehow, but often when you look at a game like that, it can turn out to unexpectedly be. Sheffield United at
home to Orient.
To Orient. You know, I saw Chris might change a few for that game. He might actually make some changes in this one. He says something.
Yeah, I wouldn't expect to see a lot of changes, if I'm honest. But I think there'd probably be 1 or 2. There might be a couple of people who might need a bit of a rest. And
somebody's phone's going. That's Ryan Hindley.
It might be you.
I think it's you.
Is it? No, it's not me. No, somebody.
It'll be Ryan. So I don't see there being many changes, but maybe 1 or 2.
Yeah.
I think it's a game we're looking at. We should win, should progress. I think he'll be looking for a decent cup run. Yeah. I don't think Chris will see this as a distraction from.
No, it's just the other tournament.
It's not a distraction, but it's sometimes a bit of respite, isn't it? It's a case of right. We've had a great little run in the league. You know, wow, we can just sort of not pressure off, but you're not trying to keep that high intensity.
No, I think he'll see it's a game that we've got to go out and win. And his league record, I think we were looking the other day, there's only 4 defeats in 40 games or something like that.
Right. I tell you what, remarkable, and you mentioned it to me in the summer. Chris Wilder's been a manager for 15 years, and I'll whisper this because don't want to tempt fate. He's never been sacked.
No.
Never once been sacked.
No.
That's that's pretty remarkable for that length of time. It really is.
It's,
He's not going to be sacked this year. I'm pretty sure of that. So.
yeah, no, I hope fingers crossed. But I don't think you'll find many other managers in the Football League that have got a similar sort of record. I think when we were looking at it, we mentioned Ferguson got away with it for 15 years, and I think Wenger was the other one. And apart from that,
nobody, absolutely nobody.
Isn't anybody apart. So he's in good company.
He is, yeah.
Transfer window in January. You should never rest on your laurels. Obviously, things are going very, very well at the moment. Do you see him being very, very active in that?
I think any manager in the position that we're in now will be looking to bring a couple of players in. I won't be surprised if we get probably 2, 3 more players in, possibly more.
But it's not the massive recruitment drive of the summer. It's just adding.
No, we don't need to really. Do we?
Yeah, that was massive. Yeah, it had to be.
It had to be. Yeah, it had to be.
Yeah.
And Sheffield Wednesday, do you see they're in the position where, with an owner who will not be bullied and badgered into selling players? We know that for a fact. You wouldn't think anybody that they want to keep is going to go out of that club, would you, in January?
Well, I think that in the position that Sheffield Wednesday are at the moment, like they show in the last transfer window in summer, I think that they will keep their eyes open if they can find a player capable to improve the squad already. It's not gonna be easy, because when you want to sign in winter transfer window or the lower market, the player that come in, they want to play.
Yeah.
And then it's not easy to find a player better than the player that you already have.
Yeah.
And then, but the Sheffield Wednesday is a club that always keep it, like I say, they keep the eyes open in case then they can find someone interesting for them.
What areas do you think you might be looking to tweak it or improve it?
Well, we have been talking about always them. They are not scoring enough goals. Finger crossed down Lucas when he's fully recovery, or maybe give more chances to Ati. Always English football in general, they are looking for winger or looking for goals.
Yeah.
Someone that can find them is capable to score goal or offensive midfield.
We're not going to have another 2 months of Jordan Rhodes speculation.
Oh yeah, that'll always come around. About mid-December that'll start, I reckon.
You can guarantee it'll be there again, because whatever he's at Middlesbrough, whatever he's not playing, and whatever he's got this fantastic scoring record in the Championship, there'll be loads of clubs that'd love to take it.
Of course they will, yeah.
On loan.
And you may think as well, why isn't he starting in the Premier League? But
is he good enough for the Premier League? Until he gets an opportunity, we won't know. But he certainly is for the Championship. So.
If Wednesday can't score goals, should George Hurst be given a role?
There's a shout. How good is George Hurst, briefly? Because we've got a few seconds.
Pretty different to his dad. He's pretty tall, quick. He's pretty quick to be tall, pretty tall like him.
I think we're quicker than his dad.
Come on. I have to work with his dad on a weekly basis on the ref show. I'll see him on Monday. Careful.
I didn't see play his dad, but from the comment that I heard, he's absolutely different to his daddy. Yeah. He's really quick to be tall, and his finishing is really good.
If he's half as good as his dad, he would be a great player for Sheffield Wednesday. Ian, thank you so much. Miguel, again, thank you so much. James as well. He'll be back next week, as I will. Thank you for you being there. Repeat at 11 or on my YouTube channel later this evening. See you next week. Bye.